In the ancient realm of Greek mythology, where gods and monsters roamed freely, there existed a tale of terror that sent shivers down the spines of both mortals and immortals alike. It was a story whispered in hushed tones, passed down through generations, warning of the dreadful consequences that befell those who dared to cross the boundaries between the living and the dead. Deep within the bowels of the Underworld, a place where darkness reigned supreme, there dwelled a fearsome entity known as Nyx, the primordial goddess of night. Nyx, cloaked in a shroud of inky blackness, ruled over the shadowy realms with an iron fist. Yet, even among the inhabitants of the Underworld, there was one creature that struck fear into the hearts of all who encountered it, the dreaded Specter of Erebus. Erebus, the personification of primordial darkness, was a phantom of unspeakable horror. Its form was nebulous, a swirling mass of shadows that seemed to absorb all light that dared to approach. Legends spoke of its insatiable hunger for the souls of the living, and its malevolent presence sent ripples of dread through the mortal realm. The tale began in a quaint village nestled at the edge of a dense, ancient forest. The villagers, unaware of the impending doom that loomed in the shadows, lived simple lives, their days filled with laughter and the warmth of the sun. However, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a chilling wind carried with it a foreboding presence that set the stage for the nightmarish events about to unfold. One fateful evening, a young and curious villager named Callista ventured into the forbidden depths of the ancient forest, driven by an insatiable desire to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden within the shadows. She pressed on, guided only by the flickering light of a lantern clutched tightly in her trembling hand. As Callista delved deeper into the heart of the forest, the air grew thick with an unnatural stillness, and the ancient trees seemed to whisper warnings that went unheard. Unbeknownst to her, the Specter of Erebus stirred in the darkness, drawn by the scent of the living intruder who dared to disturb its eternal slumber. The forest, once serene and welcoming, transformed into a labyrinth of twisted, gnarled branches that reached out like skeletal fingers to ensnare the unsuspecting wanderer. Callista, now lost in the maze of shadows, felt the temperature drop as an otherworldly presence closed in around her. Suddenly, the air grew heavy with an oppressive darkness, and a voice echoed through the silent woods, a voice that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the Underworld. "You trespass in the domain of Erebus, mortal," it intoned, sending a shiver down Callista's spine. In the eerie glow of her lantern, the specter materialized before her, a formless mass of swirling shadows that seemed to drink the light around it. Callista's heart raced as she realized the gravity of her predicament. She had unwittingly entered the realm of the ancient terror that haunted the nightmares of gods themselves. The specter, hungry for the warmth of the living, advanced with an unsettling grace. Callista, paralyzed by fear, could only watch as tendrils of darkness enveloped her. The lantern's feeble glow flickered and died, leaving her at the mercy of the malevolent entity. As the Specter of Erebus claimed another soul, the forest returned to its silent slumber, concealing the horror that had transpired within its depths. The villagers, unaware of the tragedy that had befallen their kin, continued their lives, never realizing the thin veil that separated the living from the ever-hungry darkness that lurked in the shadows. And so the legend of the Specter of Erebus endured, a cautionary tale that echoed through the ages, a reminder that in the vast tapestry of Greek mythology, even the bravest souls must tread carefully in the realm where darkness holds sway, for the price of curiosity may be a descent into eternal night. In the aftermath of Callista's disappearance, an eerie silence settled over the village. The once bustling community now harbored a palpable unease as whispers of the mysterious forest and the malevolent Specter of Erebus spread like wildfire among the villagers. Days turned into nights, and the air remained thick with an unspoken dread. The village elders convened in hushed conversations, their furrowed brows revealing the gravity of the situation. Rumors spoke of an ancient curse that had befallen those who dared to tread too close to the heart of the haunted woods. Despite the ominous warnings, curiosity continued to gnaw at the edges of brave hearts. As the moon cast its silvery glow upon the forest, a group of determined villagers gathered, fueled by a mixture of fear and the need to unravel the mystery that had claimed Callista. Leading the group was Leonidas, a seasoned hunter known for his courage and unwavering resolve. He believed that facing the darkness head-on was the only way to lift the shadow that hung over the village. With torches in hand, the group ventured into the ancient forest, each step accompanied by the haunting symphony of rustling leaves and distant whispers. As they delved deeper, the oppressive atmosphere intensified, and the forest seemed to come alive with unseen eyes that watched their every move. Strange, ghostly figures flitted at the periphery of their vision, disappearing when confronted directly. The Specter of Erebus, sensing the intrusion, stirred once more, its formless presence weaving through the shadows. The group pressed on, guided by a mixture of trepidation and a growing determination. Soon, they stumbled upon an ancient, dilapidated shrine hidden deep within the heart of the forest, a shrine dedicated to Nyx, the goddess of night. The air thickened with an otherworldly energy, and the torch flames flickered erratically as if responding to a presence beyond mortal comprehension. Whispers of forgotten rituals and a pact between the gods and the primordial forces of darkness echoed in the minds of the villagers. It became clear that they had entered a realm untouched by time, where the boundaries between the living and the divine were blurred. The Specter of Erebus, sensing the disturbance, manifested before the awe-stricken villagers, its form contorted and undulated, a manifestation of the very shadows that clung to the ancient trees. The voice, deep and resonant, reverberated through the shrine, recounting tales of a time when gods and primordial forces coexisted in a delicate balance. Leonidas, undeterred by the looming darkness, stepped forward with a resolute gaze. We seek answers and the return of our lost kin. What curse binds us, and how can it be broken? He demanded, his voice cutting through the spectral whispers that filled the air. The specter, ancient and timeless, revealed the tragic tale that had condemned the village to its fate. Long ago, a mortal had trespassed upon sacred ground, disrupting the equilibrium between the divine and the primordial forces. As a consequence, the Specter of Erebus had been awakened, its insatiable hunger unleashed upon any who dared to defy the cosmic order. The villagers, now burdened with the knowledge of their forebears' transgressions, faced a choice. They could succumb to the eternal night that awaited them or strive to rectify the imbalance. and forge a new pact with the gods. Determined to break the curse, the villagers embarked on a perilous quest to appease Nyx and seek forgiveness for the sins of their ancestors. The journey took them through treacherous landscapes, where they encountered mythical creatures and faced trials that tested their resilience and unity. At the heart of the quest, they reached the summit of Mount Olympus, where the gods convened in solemn deliberation. Nyx, cloaked in celestial darkness, listened to their plea. The villagers, humbled and repentant, sought redemption for the trespass that had unleashed the Specter of Erebus. In a divine decree, Nyx revealed the path to redemption, a quest that required the villagers to retrieve an ancient artifact from the depths of the underworld. This artifact, a symbol of balance between light and darkness, held the key to appeasing the primordial forces and restoring equilibrium. Armed with divine guidance, the villagers descended into the ominous depths of the underworld. The journey tested their resolve as they navigated the rivers of Styx and faced the wrath of vengeful spirits. At the heart of the abyss, they encountered Nyx once more, who bestowed upon them the artifact, an ethereal relic pulsating with the essence of both night and day. With the artifact in their possession, the villagers ascended from the underworld, their journey fraught with peril, but fueled by a newfound determination. The forest, once haunted by an oppressive darkness, now seemed to welcome them with a softened embrace. Returning to the ancient shrine, the villagers placed the artifact at its center. A celestial energy enveloped the sacred grounds, and the Specter of Erebus, stirred by the unfolding events, hesitated in its ethereal dance. As the artifact emitted a radiant glow, a voice resonated through the shrine, an amalgamation of mortal voices and divine whispers. The gods, appeased by the villagers' quest for redemption, spoke of forgiveness and a renewed pact that would safeguard the delicate balance between their world and the primordial forces. The Specter of Erebus, its insatiable hunger momentarily quelled, dissipated into the shadows, leaving behind an echoing promise of eternal vigilance. The curse that had plagued the village began to lift, and as the first rays of dawn broke through the ancient trees, the once enshrouded village emerged from the shadows. The tale of the Specter of Erebus became a cautionary legend, passed down through generations. The villagers, humbled by the consequences of their ancestors' actions, embraced the newfound harmony between the mortal realm and the forces that dwelled in the shadows. And so the ancient forest, once a realm of nightmares, transformed into a place where the echoes of the past whispered lessons of redemption and the enduring power of mortal resilience in the face of primordial darkness. The village, once haunted by the shadows of its history, embraced a future bathed in the gentle glow of both day and night.